Hello everybody, sorry for being gone so long, but I'm back with my 2024 NASCAR Diecast Collection video. I got 25 cars to show you, and before we start I just want to let you guys know that I'm so close to being done with the stop motion. It'll be out this coming week and I'm super excited to show you, and I hope you guys are excited as well. But without further ado, let's get into the collection video with the number 1 of Ross Chastain. I really like this car. As soon as I saw it on track, I knew I had to get it. If you had to ask me what my favorite animal was, I'd probably say like cats or fish, and this car having a fish on the side of it I think is super cool. It's also a really good paint scheme, and Trackhouse had just a bunch of wonderful paint schemes in 2024, and this one is probably my favorite. If I was lucky enough to have unlimited money, I'd probably get all of them, but this one I definitely had to get. I love the beautiful landscape on the hood, and the little lure on top of the Busch Light mountain logo, the mountain range. I like how it spreads to the back. It's just a beautiful paint scheme all around, and definitely one of my favorites I got from 2024, and probably one of my favorite cars that I have altogether. Alright, next up we have Josh Berry's Gold Mobile One 75th anniversary, 75th year anniversary, or 50th anniversary, whatever color gold represents, I'm not really sure. But it's a beautiful paint scheme, the sparkly gold. Just look at that sparkle, it's just so nice. This was Josh Berry in his first year at, I believe first year, yeah, rookie year, at Stewart-Haas Racing the year before they closed. It's just super nice. He ran this at Sonoma. I believe he got into a big wreck, like in the sharp corner. I don't know what turn it is, but everyone knows the turn. There are a bunch of people involved, but this is a really nice paint scheme. And I know Graham Rahal in the IndyCar, and I believe that Rahal, Letterman, Lanigan, BMW prototypes in IMSA also ran similar paint schemes to this, if I'm not mistaken. But unfortunately they only made this one, but fortunately I was able to get this one, and it looks really good on the Dark Horse. Alright, now we got another Josh Berry. This is Josh Berry's Sunny D scheme. I got this one at Walmart right before they increased the price, and I'm super glad I did. I haven't had a new Sunny D car in a while, and this honestly is a better looking one than they've had in recent years with Stenhouse and a couple people. To be honest, I like this one as much as Ricky Stenhouse's cars at the 17 team, and some of Chris Buescher's earlier paint schemes at the 17. Just some beautiful oranges. I agree with Eric Estep wholeheartedly that the Sunny D schemes are some of the best paint schemes. Unfortunately, the car came with a chip on the hood. I didn't do that. I know I didn't. It was sitting on my shelf for months. And there too, geez, these quality. Yeah, these cars aren't worth $10. Like, I don't know. Lionel, these cars are not worth $10, and I don't know how Walmart can sell them for $10. They were worth $5, not $10. Now we got the first of two Brad Keselowskis. This is actually the first 2024 car that I bought. I bought this at the Michigan race, the one that got rained out. I wasn't able to see all of it, but luckily I'm going back because we got the weather protection plan, so we can go see the race again this year, so that'll be nice. That's just in 2 weeks, I believe. But this one I got at the track. I don't remember if Keselowski had a good day that day, but it's a beautiful paint scheme. The Castrol Edge scheme Castrol schemes are always good, especially the Castrol Edge schemes when they're black and when they're white. I didn't like when they were green, like in 2022, but the black and white ones are super clean. And speaking of the white ones, I have this one. This is not the one that Brad won with the throwback at Darlington, but this is the 125 years forward Castrol car. It is a beautiful paint scheme, and I really like the green foil numbers. That looks really good. Little sparkle. But a beautiful paint scheme. I like this one better than the black one. And it's even got the windshield wiper. This must have been run at a road course. I don't remember. where this car was run, but it is a really nice car. Now we got another Stewart-Haas car. This is Chase Briscoe's Mahindra Tractor's Smarter Tougher scheme. I don't know where he ran this one. I wish they'd made the one he won with at Darlington in the fall. That would have been on my bucket list to get, but this one is almost as good. I really like the orange and red on the roof, like how it fades into each other on the back, and even on the front. In the logo too, it kind of fades from red to orange at the very end, and the black and the grays and the gradients, it just makes a very, very nice paint scheme. This one doesn't have any chips, I can tell, unlike the Josh Berry one, so this one turned out very well. Alright, now we have my favorite driver, as you all know, AJ Allmendinger. And this is his Mountain Dew Cheetos Food City 500 car that he ran at the Food City 500. All those abstract shapes on the side, the orange and the green and the yellow, and the colleague number even matches. Like, normally the colleague number doesn't look very good, but it matches this paint scheme. It looks great. Just an unbelievable paint scheme. I really hope in the future I can get the other AJ that they made. They made his Coke 600 card from 2024, so I hope I can get that at some point. But I haven't seen it at the store yet. That would be the only car I'd spend $10 to get. But this is a very, very nice paint scheme. Alright, moving into my second favorite driver, we got Chris Buescher. This is Chris Buescher's Castrol Edge car. It's basically the same as Brad's. It's kind of opposite. Yeah, it looks opposite. It's got green stripes on this side, on the sides, instead of the red stripes that Brad has. And I honestly like this one better. I like the more green than the red. But they're both very nice paint schemes. And it is really nice to have both of them. I can have like a little fleet of Castrol cars. It's a very cool paint scheme. Got a lot of Castrol cars this year. And now we have Chris Buescher's Fastenal car. I'm not the biggest fan of the Fastenal cars, but I'll admit that they did very well with their design format last year in 2024. And I think the Dark Horse does help it. With the black on the front, I think the gray of the Dark Horse fits much better with this scheme specifically than others. And the black on the back and on the front, it looks incredible with the blue in the middle. And I even like the fake foil number that they did, because I mean, you can't put a foil number on a $5 car. But it looks, honestly, it doesn't look bad. I think it looks pretty good. I like the little fade into black. It's like some darker blue at the front and the back where it turns into the black. And then the black roof rails look excellent. This is a very good scheme, and I think the best Fastenal scheme Chris Buescher has ever run. If I'm not forgetting any that were very good. But that one is really clean. Next up we have Martin Truex Jr.'s Tracker ATVs final Bass Pro Shops primary scheme. Now I don't usually buy people's cars if they're retiring that year, but I had to have a Truex. I haven't had a Truex since 2022, and I needed one, and I felt pretty sentimental that he was retiring, because I remember growing up watching him dominate races. And I mean, he was never my favorite driver, but I always liked him, and I never complained when he won. Look at this little cat here. But it's a very, very nice paint scheme. It looks better than his 2023 paint scheme just by virtue of being on the new Camry, because I like the new Camry with the these paint schemes better than the old one. I think it's his best Bass Pro Shop scheme since at least 2020 or 2021. I love the neon orange. And the Bass Pro Shop club cars are usually pretty good. And I even like the camo like smoke they got going on the side. I think it looks very good. And very good for Truex's final year to end out with a very good looking Bass Pro Shops car. I really wish they made his auto owner's car that he ran at Bristol in the spring. That white one, it looked excellent, but I don't think they made that one. I would have bought that one in a heartbeat. Going from one Gibbs car to another, here is Christopher Bell's DeWalt primary. Now this one is very good, just by virtue of not having all the garbage on the side. Like usually he'll have some associate sponsor here and it'll just ruin the paint scheme for me. But this one, not having that, looks excellent. Just the plain yellow and black DeWalt colors with the foil number looks excellent. There's a reason why Erik Jones loves it. The DeWalt cars, just because they look great. And I even like the little bit of white or gray on the back, and like from this little fin area all the way to the back, it looks excellent. And on the front too. The Toyota just looks funny to me. It looks like a COT car, to be honest. But it looks very good with all these paint schemes on it. Especially the DeWalt and the Bass Pro Shop one, and these next two. These next two Bubba Wallace paint schemes. First one is this U.S. Air Force car. I love the blue on the front with the black and then the fading into the gray. It looks excellent. Even on the deck lid, it's blue. Sorry about that. Let's get back to the Bubba. Love the blue, like I was saying. The gray on the side and all the black trim on the roof and going into the hood, it just looks excellent. Just a very, very nice paint scheme. And I even like the little red 2311 logo there. It adds a bit of extra color. Very good paint scheme for Bubba Wallace. And that continues with this McDonald's paint scheme. Excellent. This is how you do a McDonald's scheme. This one and the Ronald McDonald House scheme he ran at, I believe, Kansas? Was that it? I don't know. He ran an all-red McDonald's scheme, which looked even better than this one, but this one looks great. All the red on the front and the McDonald's fry container leading into the matte black. I'm not a big fan of the matte black on the McDonald's schemes, but when you have half the car full of color, it looks great. I'll excuse the black. The only thing I don't like is this weird McDonald's logo on the roof. Like, why is it, like, half going in? Like, is that a misprint, or is that how it actually looked? I'm not even sure. I'm not really sure at all, to be honest, but it's kind of weird and jarring. But everything else just looks great. I like how the McDonald's M continues into the grill bits. It just looks excellent, honestly. Very good job from 2311 with that McDonald's paint scheme. Finally a good one. Now this next one is kind of strange. Like, to be honest, I thought I'd never like a Raptor car 2025, like before 2025, because their one this year looks alright. But I hated the Raptor cars from 2022, 2023, 2024, except this one. This Raptor high heat scheme is awesome. Look at the flames. It's like a grill. It's so cool. Honestly, I wish instead of this red pattern, although it looks good, I wish it was more flames, because the flames on the hood look awesome. It looks incredible. The red on the back looks good. All the red like gradient looks really nice. The Raptor logo on the side, it's full. It takes up a lot of space. That's what you should do with the next gen. And the yellow Jeff Gordon-esque William Byron numbers. The font looks great. It's just all perfect. They did such a good job with this paint scheme that I was so shocked. I just needed to have it, because Raptor making a good scheme? Like, what? That's different. But now it seems like they're only making good schemes because their primary this year looks good too. They just needed less gray and more green to make the paint on the 24 look good. And that one looks good too with all the flames. Alright, now let's get into Erik Jones. I have two Erik Joneses. This is his Family Dollar paint scheme. I was also going to get the Dollar Tree John Hunter Nemechek, but to be honest, the way he performed last year, I thought he wasn't even going to make it to 2025. And I kind of regret not getting it now, because I liked it better than this Family Dollar one, but this one still looks really nice. The orange and orange and yellow and the white look great together. Just a pretty nice paint scheme. The little bits of sponsor. It doesn't have the thing on the hood though, which is unfortunate. I guess this later season one didn't have those extra sponsors. Yeah, pretty good paint scheme. And then I also have his Advent Health car, which I like better. I like the blue and the green and the different shades of those two colors combined of all around the car, wrapping around from the back. I guess it doesn't wrap around, but wrapping around. I do also like this gold thing. I wish it was like put on correctly, but what do you get for $5? Nice on the front, on the hood, and on the side. It looks really nice, and the light blue numbers as well. And I wish they moved the original Petty font sooner than, like, I think it was 2 weeks ago at the All-Star race, because I really like it. I like it, and I think it would work well on most of their cars. I also really liked when Erik Jones, back in 2021, when he first joined Richard Petty Motorsports, I like how they had the Petty number always on either the sides or the roof. Like, it didn't change to match the paint scheme. I know a lot of people don't like it. It was kind of like the Collection numbers, but it fit better because it wasn't yellow. It was a nice orange and whatever color the number would have been, I think white. But it looked good, in my opinion. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I really did. Moving on to Alex Bowman. And this is Alex Bowman's 2002 through 2005 throwback to Jimmy Johnson. Just a really nice paint scheme. Anything throwing back to 2004 I'd like to have. I mean, technically it was a range of years, but he still ran this paint scheme in 2004. And I think they did a really nice job throwing back to the Lowe's Chevrolet. It's got the same, I don't think they changed the Ally font, but they made it work really well to look like the Lowe's paint scheme. Just a very nice paint scheme. Count how many times I said paint scheme in this video, and take a sip of water every time I say that. Don't drink anything else. Water, that's what you should drink. But yeah, very good paint scheme. There, take another sip. I love the blue, the red, and the white, and it's just throwing back to my favorite era of NASCAR, although I wasn't able to watch it because I wasn't alive. Watching back the races on YouTube and all that, it's just such great racing, and the cars look so good, and the drivers, I love them all, except Jimmy Spencer. I'm not a big fan of Jimmy Spencer. That's the exception. Here we go, another Allied, Alex Bowman. This is the Ruby Red 40th anniversary, and unlike everyone else, I was not the biggest fan of Byron's and Larson's and Elliott's Ruby cars, but I was a huge fan of Alex Bowman's. I thought his looked the best, by far, definitively, out of the four, like no contest. So I was super glad that they made this one into a $5 1/64th, and I was super glad that they captured it really well. You can see the different designs. It looks really good all around. Very simple. They just changed the color to red, and I think it worked out really well. Now we have Ty Gibbs. I have two Ty Gibbs, and they're both the Interstate Batteries cars. This one is his 2024, and I have the 2023 as well. Very nice. I've come around on the Interstate Batteries cars. I originally, in like 2022, I thought they looked hideous. But the more I see them, the more they run them, the more I like them, and the more I like this one in particular, with the big 54 number. I think it fits perfectly, and it's so weird to have a car number in the 50s. Like, that's so rare, and to be on Gibbs is especially strange, but the paint scheme just looks awesome, and on the new Camry it looks great as well. The big Interstate Batteries logo and all the lightning, all the yellow and white lightning all around the car just looks incredible. And that leaves us with 3 Cup cars before we get to Xfinity and trucks. I only have a couple of those. But here is Carson Hocevar's Ziegler Auto Group.com Chevrolet, the yellow, white, and black. I don't know if he ran this year. I can't remember, honestly. I think he did, maybe once or twice. But he's running the Chili's car most of the time, so maybe he didn't. I'm not even sure. But if he didn't, that's a shame, because this is a great-looking car. It reminds me of Matt Kenseth. It looks more Matt Kenseth than the DeWalt number 20, which is shocking to me. But very good. All the black on the side wraps up the nice yellow on the roof and on the hood and on the decklet and on the rear of the car too. And the white accents just look great. And every time I see a license plate that says Ziegler Auto Group on it, I just think of this car, and I think of Carson Hocevar. Now we have another Carson Hocevar car. This is Delaware Life, and I like the one from this year better. To be honest, the one that's on Michael McDowell's car pretty often. I like how they add like the extra bit of red up here. But this one looks great. too, and I like to have 2 Carson Hocevars because he was such a shock last year, and it's nice to switch paint schemes if I ever wanted to make a stop motion. I could have 2 different kinds, and he was a very surprising rookie. I love the shade of blue they use on the roof, by the way, and around the front fenders. Looks great. It all looks great. This is a really nice paint scheme. I'll run out of room. I'm gonna have to move these guys back a bit. Excuse me, I'll move them back. We got one more Cup car. This is Daniel Suarez's Freeway.com Chevrolet. Nah, this paint scheme hasn't really changed much. I love the big green spoiler on the back. Wish it was actually like put on there correctly, but whatever. It looks good. The green, blue, and white always looks good and a good combo. This is the first one I have of his, and I think they did it the best this last year. Just the way the colors fit together. I'm not sure if it changed too much, or even at all, but I had to finally get one just after seeing them run it for so long. They supported the number 99 team for a while. All right, now let's get into Xfinity. I have 2 Xfinity cars. I got both of these at Michigan when I went last year. First up, we have Justin Allgaier's branded paint scheme, and I've shown this one off in my 2024 diecast review in more detail, so I'll just show it off pretty quickly. I only had 3 2025 at the time, so I just decided to show these 2 Xfinity cars and the black Castrol Edge Brad that I was talking about earlier. Great scheme. I wish he ran the branded car more this year, just like last year, but it's nice to have the Xfinity Champions car. And then I also have this Sammy Smith. I also showed this one off in my 2024 video. But I love the Pilot Flying J cars, and I'm so glad to have one finally after seeing Michael Annett drive them for a bunch of years, and a couple other people, can't think of their names right now, but very nice paint scheme. The yellow, white, and red go together very well. And then the last car in this video before I show you my top 10 is this Chase Purdy Bama Buggies number 77 truck. I really like the outline of the state on the hood and the red, white, and black. I'm a sucker for red, white, and black cars. They all look good, especially this one. This truck looks really nice, and I like the mold they use for the trucks. It looks really realistic, and I don't know if anyone says otherwise, but I think it looks good. The big Bama Buggies logo on the back, or on the bed of the truck. I don't even know what you'd call that. But yeah, that's it. Now I'm going to cut away, and then I'll have my top 10 ready to show you guys. All right, here is my top 10. In 10th, I have Justin Allgaier's branded Xfinity Camaro. In 9th, I have Brad Keselowski's Castrol 125 Years Forward Mustang Dark Horse. In 8th, I have Sammy Smith's number 8 Pilot Flying J Chevrolet Camaro. In 7th, I have Josh Berry's whatever anniversary Mobile 1, the gold Mustang Dark Horse. In 6th, I have William Byron's Raptor High Heat Chevrolet. In 5th, I have Martin Truex Jr.'s final primary Bass Pro Shops car. In 4th, Ty Gibbs's Interstate Batteries Toyota Camry. In 3rd, I have Chris Buescher's Fastenal car, which is really surprising to me. But after looking at him, I was like, yeah, that one's really nice. In 2nd, Alex Bowman's Ally throwback to Jimmy Johnson. And 1st is Ross Chastain's Busch Light Bass on the side of the car Chevrolet. All right, thank you for watching. Again, I'll have the stop motion out by this week, hopefully, unless something crazy happens. But I look forward to showing you that, and have a good one. See you guys.